Right now we're outside Hiroshima Castle, and we're in Hiroshima, Japan. And the name of the city actually comes from Oe no Hiromoto, Hiro meaning wide, and then Fukushima Motonaga, Shima meaning island. So wide island because there's a whole bunch of islands in the area that act as a natural barrier. So this was naturally a good place to build a castle, and it's an uncommon castle in Japan because it's not built on a hill or on a mountain, but on a plain. And so in 1589, Mori Terumoto had commissioned the castle to be built. And we're going to take you to the top so you can kind of see how the stairs get, steeper and narrower. But anyway, this castle was designed to protect trade routes and river crossings and things like that. Of course, for a very powerful daimyo. And so, as it happened, it took a few years for this to be created, but in 1600, the Battle of Sekigahara, Tokugawa Ieyasu won, whereas Terumoto chose the side of the west. And so because Terumoto lost, Tokugawa... hi! I made a mistake, going up the wrong side. So anyway, Terumoto sided with the west, and what happened was the Tokugawa clan took away his lands, and they exiled him, and what happened then was the fiefdom was given to somebody else, and eventually the fiefdom was given to Naga Akira Asano. And the Asano clan was another powerful clan, and they kept it for about 16 generations. But before them, actually, it had gone to Fukushima Masanori. And what happened to Fukushima Masanori was that in order to keep control, the Tokugawa government had said, you can't make any changes to your castles or build anything new without my permission. Well, there was some flooding, so then he decided, okay, I'll ask permission, and he did. And in the end, what happened was the daimyo didn't get back to him, or actually I should say the shogun didn't get back to him. And so he had to make the repairs on his own. Of course, when the shogun found out about this, he said, okay, you're done. And then he gave the lands to Asano. And then for 12 generations, Asano's family had this. And it stayed that way over generations. But in the end, of course, we eventually found the Meiji Restoration. Now it's a little bit windy here, so we'll give you a look at the city from here, hopefully without too much wind. But in the end, the Meiji Restoration, so the old feudal class, lost in 1868. When that happened, a lot of the castles that had been built in the Warring States period, right, roughly 1400s and 1500s, they were destroyed or dismantled. Some of them were kept, some were rebuilt. There's only 12 original keeps. We are right now in the main turret, which is called a keep. There's only 12 left in Japan. And the rest are rebuilt, and some of them not with original materials, sadly. So with the Meiji Restoration, feudalism was abolished, and the lands were taken by the government. This city, as well as the castle, was turned into like an imperial military guard, and they had did war planning here, and it was a strategic location. Before World War II, it became a factory city as well. It was very industrial. So, of course, we know there would have been a lot going on with Japanese expansion. The First Sino-Japanese War, this, probably the first time it was used in any major conflict involving the Japanese. And then, of course, on up to World War II. Now, Hiroshima was not bombed by the Allies extensively before or during World War II. So basically this was chosen as a target for that, and the fact that it was a factory town, building for the war machine, as well as a garrison town. And of course, with the destruction of the bomb, the castle was completely wiped out. Now there is evidence that the castle had actually stayed standing, but the bottom structure was so weak that it eventually collapsed. We'll tell you in another video about Japanese castle architecture, another fascinating topic. But we're going to leave you there for now.